Hey, Gangneung is a mid-sized East Coast Korean city where 30 specialty cafes face the ocean, and the longest beach comes with its own pine forest. The right 2 days here feel like a complete coastal trip. The wrong ones are just a lot of coastline you drove past without stopping. I mapped out the whole route in a template you can grab. The link's in the description if you want it. Day 1 is coffee, beach, and sunset over a lake. Day 2 shifts to old Korean history and the strangest coastal landmarks you'll find anywhere. 30 cafes on a beach, 6 kilometers of pine-lined coast, and a lake that turns into a mirror at sunset. That's the shape of today. Anmok Coffee Street is why Gangneung is Korea's coffee city. Over 30 independent cafes packed into roughly 500 meters of oceanfront, all facing the East Sea. Baristas migrated here for cheap rent and ocean views. Now the city runs a coffee festival every October, and these are actual roasters, not chains. Walk the full strip before picking a spot. The first cafe you see is rarely the best, and you want a window seat facing the water. This opens the day because the morning light through those plate glass windows is worth arriving early for, before the weekend late rush turns the strip into a line. Gyeongpo Beach is the longest on Korea's east coast. 6 kilometers of sand with a pine tree promenade running the full length behind it. That promenade is what sets this apart. A shaded path running the full length with observation decks for photos that make people ask where you are. Pine needles underfoot, constant wind, and enough space to walk away from any crowd. Joseon-era scholars wrote poems about this view, and you can see why. The afternoon light through the pines softens nicely, and the observation decks are the best photo spots, rarely crowded even in summer. Gyeongpo Lake sits between the beach and the city, a flat, quiet loop that catches sunset reflections in the water and requires exactly zero planning. Golden hour here is the draw. The surface mirrors pines, sky, and hotels on the far shore, and you keep stopping because the light keeps changing. Rent a bike if you're tired. The loop is flat, about 20 minutes on wheels, and the path is well lit, so don't rush the sunset. This is where locals come for evening walks. Families, joggers, couples, and the simplest, most satisfying way the day could end. Day 2 shifts gears. A centuries-old house printed on Korean money, a beach with a train station on the sand, and a clifftop sculpture park to finish. Ojukheon is one of the oldest surviving Joseon-era houses in Korea, named for the black bamboo still growing in its courtyard. Pull out a 50,000 won note and you'll see Shin Saim-dang. Born right here, her son, Yi, also born here, is on the 5,000 won bill. Dark bamboo stalks clicking in a breeze that's passed through this courtyard for centuries. A modest wooden house, not a grand palace, and that's the point. Day 2 starts here because it shifts from coast to history. Morning light on the hanok and bamboo is the quietest, best version of this place. Jeongdongjin is a small beach south of the city with a train station on the sand, a giant hourglass, and a cruise ship-shaped hotel on the cliff above. The station holds a Guinness record for proximity to the ocean, platforms face the water, and the hourglass gets flipped every New Year's on national TV. Waves practically hitting the train tracks. A cruise ship on a cliff where no ship should be. This place has a slightly surreal energy. Walk the shore to the hourglass and step inside the station. Some facilities close by early evening, so don't leave this one too late. Haslla Art World is an open-air sculpture museum built on coastal cliffs. The installations are good, but the unbroken EC view is the real exhibit. When making sculptures sway, glass skywalk with ocean below, most sculpture parks sit in fields, and this one very much does not. Entry's timed, so book a day ahead. Afternoon works well coming from Jeongdongjin because both stops share the same stretch of coast. Wear shoes with grip for the stairs and uneven paths, and give it the full 90 minutes. The outdoor park is bigger than the indoor exhibit suggests. Gangneung is one of those cities that rewards knowing where to look. The coffee, the coast, the centuries of history hiding behind the beach town exterior. I put this whole route into an editable template with a map view. Grab it from the description or pinned comment and customize it for your trip. Let me know which Gyeongneung stop sounds most worth the visit. Drop it in the comments.